Hello, people. Superhero motivation over here. Today I hold my podcast about being tired. I ask myself, am I really tired? When we talk about tired, I'm already tired about hearing the word tired. If I really was tired, I wouldn't start this podcast. And most of the time when I say being tired, then I ask myself, are we talking about physically tired or being mentally tired? Tired. Where you're just young and you have no pain or sickness. Isn't that because you are not fit? I'm talking about young and healthy people. I'm not talking about people with sickness. How about being mentally tired? Nobody talks about it. Most of the time when people say, oh, I'm tired, then we have to assume this person is just tired because you haven't slept much, because you haven't rested much. But what about being mentally tired? Or am I just being not motivated? If I know myself, when I say I'm tired, I know that I'm not motivated because I don't want to do something. Because I'm just mentally just tired. I'm just done. It's not because I just want to tell you guys that life is not that tough. That's not what I want to say, but you have to know the difference. Are you not fit? Or you're just mentally just not ready. You're not mentally feeling well. So know the difference. If you're mentally tired, mentally not well, I would suggest always talk to professionals. Talk to someone. Talk about someone, I don't feel well inside me. Well, there's no shame for it. If someone says, I'm tired, then I want to know, okay, why you're tired? You're not fit or you're mentally not feeling well. If you're mentally not feeling well, you're not mentally fit. The same with if you're physically tired, it means you're physically not fit. So there's the difference. There's no shame. If I would visit a therapist or a psychologist, who cares? Yes, just life. We need to talk about the problems. We need to know, hey, how I'm going to face my own problems. We'll have to face our reality, right? Nowadays, they're happening in our lives. There's so much things we have to see. We don't want to see. Do you want to see the truth? Do you want to face the truth? And most of the time when we stack our problems, we stack the truth. We don't want to see it. We hide it. Of course you feel mentally not well. How? How are you going to be mentally fit? You ask me. If you need therapy sessions, yeah, why not? Why would you hide it? Why would you not get the treatment? Why would you not want to be normal again? Of course, after treatment, you cannot always guarantee you will be 100% normal. But how about if you just want to be mentally fit, but you don't want to take responsibility to get help? You don't want to take responsibility to get professional help. You don't want to talk with professionals. How are you going to mentally fit? That's why I say, if I'm mentally not fit, if I don't want to help, if I'm not ready to accept help, how can I expect I'm going to be mentally fit? So I'm not going to be someone who complain afterwards. No, I wish I searched for help. I wish. Because a lot of things could be prevented not to be in that position. I'm not saying life is easy. I get you. I understand. But what the point is, when you're tired, I'm saying, okay, I want to get my things done. Oh, I'm not in the mood. I'm tired. I don't feel I want to do anything. I'm tired. It means I wouldn't upload this podcast. It means I wouldn't have done my work. It means my work's not done. It means I'm not going to make my living. Do I want to live like that? Of course not. It's not because I'm talking easy, right? I'm talking about reality. If you would say to your boss, if you have a boss, hey man, boss, I'm tired. I'm not ready to work because I'm tired. Do you think your boss show you sympathy? Yes, I understand you, employee, because you're tired. Okay, get 5 months holiday. Let me tell you, this is not realistic because your boss has to pay you. If he sees, okay, man, this guy is tired and is not ready to functioning. In reality, they will say you're not functioning anymore. You're not functioning anymore in this position. You're not providing for this company. We don't need you anymore because this work doesn't suit you anymore. Why would I pay you? Why would this company will still need you if you're not even ready to work? That's what they will say to you. Let me be honest. If you're not an employee, you work for yourself. You cannot say to yourself, "Hey man, today I'm not going to work." There's no money. You can't make a living. If you are tired, okay, man. You have no paycheck. You cannot say to yourself, "Oh man, I can take a day off, man." There's no bread, man. How are you going to eat? How are you going to pay your bills? Let me be realistic. How am I going to survive? If I'm constantly saying to myself, man, this whole month I'm tired, it means the whole month there's no income. They would, where's the bread? Yeah, I was tired. No, man. I think it's too easy to think you're being tired when you're in position, when you're working for someone inside a company. Then you just say, okay, man, day off, second day off. But even after a month, your boss would not be very happy if they see you would not functioning anymore. Yes, that is always, there will be always a conflict with the person you're working with. But if you're not working for a boss, well, like I say, you will have to survive. So you cannot afford to be that tired. Yes? And even if you are really mentally tired, I would prevent it. Or even if you have something that you already got help before it escalated. So I'm not even talking about physically tired, that, oh, my body's not fit, man, then I have to train to be fit. No, I have respect for all these people who train people to be physically fit. I also have respect for people who train people to be mentally fit. Body and mind works together. If I'm mentally not ready, it means my body is not ready. My body is not going to work if my brains already get stuffed up with things. Oh man, how am I going to think clearly? If I'm not mentally fit, how am I going to do this preparation? This mentally preparation to be ready. Yes, then I say to myself, I'm ready to work, man. Today is a new day, man. Let's go, man. I'm going 100% to make this happen. 100% to upload this podcast. I'm sure this work on the work floor is getting done, man. I'm not going to stack my work. Isn't that if you want to solve your problems with your problem solving mind, you have to be clear in your mind. That you think clearly, you make plans. And if you're not clear in your mind, you have to mentally eat something. How are you going to get insights of what's going on in your life? How am I going to see what's going on in my life if I'm not thinking clearly in my head? Oh man. Thinking about a lot of things in this life, like care avoidance. If you see a lot of times where people need mentally help, they wouldn't even go to a professional to talk about it. Like people with financial issues or mental issues. Well, they get a letter from the doctor, you have to go to a psychologist. How many times will people say, oh man, let's go visit the professionals for mental help? How many times will it happen? Why do you think care avoidance would exist? If people would visit professionals for mental help, this word care avoidance wouldn't even exist. There wouldn't be so many problems would be escalated. People who have mental problems actually would need to go to a psychologist, but they refuse to visit a psychologist out of shame because they think they're losing their face. Asian culture losing face because they want to be proud, show the outworld side, show the world they have a perfect life. It's perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. If you're physically tired, yes, you have to train. If you're mentally not fit, you also have to train. And you need both professionals to take care of your body and mind if you need them. So many respect for these professionals, for the fitness coach and the psychologist, the therapist, and the real professionals. See you next podcast. See you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.